Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going here? This is going to be a very quick uh, update log for Conqueror's Blade published by Chorus Interactive. We have the update log for February 27th, and we have the normal maintenance time of APAC, February 27th, 1400 hours to 1700 hours, 1700 UTC plus 8 EU slash AMS, February 27th, 700 hours, 700 hours to 1000 UTC plus 1. The maintenance is expected to last 3 hours. We're going to get 8,000 bonus coins, 300 honor, 15 unit medals. The limited time special doctrine pool will be rotating, so the Height of Valor has been open, so this is going to be apparently be the epic quality doctrines for Tower Shields. It goes from February 27th after maintenance to March 13th before maintenance. We also have Ranked Battle optimize the animation performance after the activation of rank protection cards and rank boost cards during Ranked Battle settlement. Fix the issue where the rank boost card and rank protection cards were displayed in non-ranked battle matches. Optimize the description of, and then we have other bug fixes and optimizations. Optimize the description of the Imperial Revolution Restorationist reward in campaign season settlement. Optimize the effect description of Spartan Chosen's Oath of Unity. Again, this one's like really bad in terms of like description because it's flipped the other way. It says final damage will be dealt at this much, not reducing final damage. It is setting the final damage at this much. So it's so dumb that, I mean, I've even mentioned this, and I think I did, and they still haven't fixed it, and it's hilarious. Wow, some of these things I actually don't know. Fix the issue where units could not execute the block formation command on special slope terrain. Interesting. Fix the abnormal tips displayed in the Drill Master Rewards event UI. Fix the issue with Orangian Guard's abnormal attack damage when pressing and holding V. That is silly. I think that was really fun. There's not really any reason to actually do long V. The attack damage is not even that high, and also they don't trigger the special attack when you do this. So the fact that they're fixing this is hilarious. But it also goes to show that sometimes they don't even know what the hell's happening. Well, they do get bug reports, so it's just really funny. Fix the abnormal fire rate of Demez Arbalest when equipped with the Epic Impale Doctrine. I actually do not know what this is referring to. I have not seen this or heard about this. So that's an interesting one. They still haven't fixed Demez Arbalest and Pavis Crossbowmen from having reduced their penetrating shot trait. Demez Arbalest. So what's happened is that Demez Arbalest used to only be reducing their damage by 50% on the second target. It is now set to 35% because the Epic Impale Doctrine is set to 35%. This is the same for Pavis, but they have a limiter that limits their minimum damage to 20%. Now this is really funny for Demez Arbalest because their minimum damage can go all the way to 5%. So what ends up happening is that Demez Arbalest is dealing less damage, not only dealing less damage than before, the Epic Impale Doctrine only increases their damage by 5%. This is not even actually 5% because there would be like 135 plus 5%, so it's just like, it's even worse than you think. But that being said, still haven't fixed that issue, and I'm really annoyed by it, but apparently they need to fix an abnormal fire rate of the Demez Arbalest when equipped with Epic Impale Doctrine, because apparently it's been so abnormal that, like, it's been a problem. Not to say that I'm kind of annoyed that they still haven't changed anything about the Spartans or about any other of the units that actually matter, but gotta make sure gotta make sure this thing's not fixed. Gotta make sure this thing's fixed, not the other thing. Fix the issue where Halberdier Sergeants would prioritize returning to their original position after being knocked flying during race formation. That's weird. That's always been there. That's always been there. So, I'm not exactly sure how they're going to fix this, but nearly most brace formations kind of have this thing where they return to their position. Well, most of the time. But the phalanx for Halberdier Sergeants are particularly one where they go to their formation. Now, I'm really annoyed that I keep getting flashbanged by those things, so let me just scroll back up. This is a really short update log, but some of the bug fixes and optimizations are kind of interesting. The Varangian Guards one getting fixed, I mean, like, I didn't report it. I knew about it, but I thought it was just really funny just to have it. It's kind of the same thing with paladins. You can kind of long V or or follow mode them, and they'll deal less damage. They'll do way less damage, and obviously they don't have the increased defenses and stuff. But that's besides the point. It's, I mean, like, what can I say? The balance of Conqueror's Blade is just so bad that, like, there's a backlog of things that needs to be fixed. And the problem is that, like, most of them are worthless to fix. All of those things, actually, besides the, yeah, um, all of these things are not really important because we still have phalanx, Spartans, any kind of cavalry. Most cavalry, in fact. I say most cavalry, but, like, I don't like cavalry on the principle of their design, so even if they're not actually meta, I still think they need to be changed. So there's still just a lot of things wrong with ZB, and their refusal or the developers' intentions are uh, disappointing. As continuing on since my rant from the letter, I figure that they're kind of lost the initial niche, which was a medieval battle simulator, and they've gone fantasy without realizing that they've kind of gamified their game. Like, it's. I don't know how to explain it, but it's more of a game now than it was, like, previously. And maybe I'm just going rose tinted glasses here, but I do believe that I much enjoyed CB in the past than what it is right now. And All or Nothing is just kind of exemplifies the problems that I see. One of the big problems is tiers. Tiers are underutilized and definitely a cause of, like, a lot of balancing problems. You have units that cross tiers. You have units, definitely have tier 5 just dominating the battlefield. And we've had this problem multiple times where the efficiency of tier 5 was just too strong. They nerfed them, then they reduced their leadership, and then kind of flipped around kind of thing. There's no simple way to kind of, like, fix your game. There's just so many things that you can do, but whether or not you should do it is another question. But the one thing I want to kind of, like, end this on is fix the important stuff. This small stuff is unimportant because not very many. You're going to be hitting so many people. How many people actually are affected by the long V from the Varangian Guards? How many people are actually noticing that the Impale Doctrine is causing an abnormal fire rate? And I'm pretty sure that it's going to be an abnormal fire rate only when they're on, like, probably when they use the close shot thing, probably when they're with the Chevaliers kind of thing. Those two, like, block formation I can understand. There's plenty of units that have block formations, but no one uses formations as they were intended. They kind of just use them to move around the battlefield in more denser um, packs. So they blob really hard because for some reason units just refuse to have collision 99% of the time. So I continue to be upset and disappointed, and I really think that before the next season, they really need to step up their game in terms of direction and balancing. But unlikely, unlikely to happen. I definitely do think that their hands are tied in terms of timeline. But I just I'm just going to be further disappointed if it is revealed that the next season is going to be China again. And we know, well, they've told us that China is coming, and it's like, it's really sad because apparently it's going to be something like 2 Eastern seasons, 2 Western seasons, and it's mentioned that one of the seasons is definitely going to be Chinese, and then the other season is going to be something like Middle Eastern, um, or like further east kind of thing, Central Asia, how they call it. Might go to Siam, which is apparently the ancient name for Koreans, or yeah, Korean. It's it's disappointing because they also mentioned that like they're going to mix that season. Not only do the Koreans apparently not deserve their own season with at least 3 of their own units, it's going to be a mixed season. Maybe it's going to be something like the um, Tyranny or the Snowstorm season, which both had very cool themes, but they just had this really awful tier 5 being added onto it that just well, I mean, Tyranny not so much, but I've kind of made a 5-minute update log kind of into a rant, and I I just I I don't I don't think I don't think people I don't think I want to play this game anymore. Even though I still do. I somehow convince myself I play this game, but I'm just so high on copium right now. And it's a very somber note to end on. So, I definitely do think that there's a portion of the community that either loves or accepts the current state, and then the portion of the community that just plays the game because there's nothing similar. And I've just been around so long that like the evolution of the game kind of disgusts me. There's sometimes it returns back to form, and it's like it's really weird that I can like some things, but then all of the other things that I don't like just keeps reminding me they exist. But yeah, let's end it there before I continue. I hope you guys still enjoy the game, and I hope you guys, well, I hope in the future that they improve it. But other than that, my name's Asuka. Have a nice day. Bye for now.